Well, her name's Rock Chalk. She's the talk of the town. With her German Shepherd duo always sniffing around. Smith and Wesson by her side, they ain't just for show. They're the muscle when she's hustling, solving crime on the go. She's got her boots in the dirt, she's cracking the case. A true crime queen with a smirk on her face. Loves her country rap bumping, got that twang in that beat. You mess around with her, you're in for a treat. Oh, F-A-F-O, better watch your step. Rock Chalk's on the scene, she'll clean up your mess. With her dogs and her charm, she'll track you down slow. Oh, F-A-F-O, yeah, you reap what you sow. She's got a badge and a sassy attitude to boot. Kicks down doors like she's in hot pursuit. Smith and Wesson bark, don't you dare run. She's the queen of the scene, yeah, she gets it done. Country rap on the radio, she's cruising the street. From the city to the sticks, she's the one to meet. Her motto's real simple, don't try no bluff. Mess around all you want, but you'll find out quick enough. Whoa, F-A-F-O, better watch your step. Rock Chalk's on the scene, she'll clean up your mess. With her dogs and her charm, she'll track you down slow. Oh, F-A-F-O, yeah, you reap what you sow. She's got cowboy boots and a badge of steel. With a heart of gold and nerves unreal. You thought you could hide, but she's always in the know. Now you're caught, son, F-A-F-O. So here's the Rock Chalk and her Shepherd crew. Smith and Wesson got her back and they're coming for you. Country rap in her veins, she's the queen of the scene. F-A-F-O is her motto, and she's living the dream. Rock Chalk out. Hey! She's got cowboy boots and a badge of steel. With a heart of gold and nerves unreal. You thought you could hide, but she's always in the know. Now you're caught, son, F-A-F-O. So here's the Rock Chalk and her Shepherd crew. Smith and Wesson got her back and they're coming for you. Country rap in her veins, she's the queen of the scene. F-A-F-O is her motto, and she's living the dream. Rock Chalk out.
Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, you big disgrace, kicking your can all over the place, singing, we will rock you. We will rock you.
All right. I did start it early because the more I sit here and thought about it, the more pissed I got. Welcome, Jay Thomas. Glad to have you too. I'm glad you enjoy it. Gail, I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Boomer. Yes, I'm going to go over Cimarron County, the body that was found and what we know about it. And then I'm going to go back to Texas County and the day Veronica and Jillian went missing. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I think you can. Let me know you can hear me. Good afternoon, Ostrich. Good to see you. Deb C, always a pleasure. Have your wrenches ready. Have your wrenches ready, because I have a feeling Dick Sucker is going to come flying in here. So just so you know, we are going to go back over the crime scene photos and different things. But first off, let's get to what I really wanted to go live for. And then the more I thought about it, the madder I got. You know, I felt from the beginning that Texas County really dropped the ball on Veronica and Jillian. And thank you for letting me know you could hear me loud and clear. Anyway, I feel like they dropped the ball, and I'm gonna show you why. And kudos to Cimarron County and the sheriff there. He's got his shit together, and he's trying to change things. It's a good thing. So let's go here. All right. I know there is a lag, so I'm going to give it a minute to show up on screen. This is as big as I can make it, but if you have Facebook, you can always go like the page, Cimarron County Emergency Management. Okay, on 5/20, search and rescue mission in Cimarron County results in Monday morning, the Cimarron County Sheriff's Office, local fire department, Oklahoma game wardens, and Cimarron County Emergency Management conducted a large area search for a reported missing person in the Mesa area of Cimarron County, near the Colorado line. A landowner reported to authorities Sunday night of an abandoned vehicle on his property. As Cimarron County Sheriff deputies investigated the vehicle, it was found to be linked to a missing persons case from Pettis County, Missouri. Early Monday morning, search teams from Cimarron County, listen, search teams, guys. Hey, Big Mikey. Search teams and Silver Mama and Lollipop. I got you. Okay, here we go. Monday morning, search teams from Cimarron County, Texas County, and Beaver County arrived with special equipment to begin this large search. Approximately 50 first responders arrived using horseback, drones, UTVs, and ATVs in a desperate search for this missing individual. Where was all these people when Veronica and Julian was missing? Anyway, kudos, Chef Mark Swinton stated. A search and rescue ground team located at a deceased subject near the top of one of the mesas at 11:55 a.m. It is suspected the subject had been there for weeks and not been noticed. The body was sent to Oklahoma Medical Examiner in OKC for official identification and cause of death. This is still an ongoing investigation by Cimarron County Sheriff and Pettis County, Missouri Sheriff Department. Sheriff Swinton stated, this large of a search in the rough terrain could not have been successful without cooperation and experience from all the area departments and responders involved. Well, we all know that this did not happen with Veronica and Julian, right? Did not happen. Okay. Let me get to chat real quick. Okay, hearing loud and clear. Hello, hello. It's good to see everyone. All right. Let's go ahead and so there is a missing persons report, and they posted on their page from Pettis County, Missouri. And right now they're not releasing anything. They want to make sure this is the missing person from Pettis County. No age given, no nothing. So we're going to wait on that. But as I sat here and went over this, it really bothered me. Because we all know that when Veronica and Julian went missing, there wasn't much of a search. There was some volunteer firefighters on ATVs, a few of them, and some farmers. Other agencies came from the other agencies to Texas County to search, and they was turned away. Okay, so there wasn't really a search for Veronica and Julian. They went 1 mile east, 1 mile west, 1 mile south, 1 mile north. At that point, we did not know what had happened to the women, whether they were still alive, what exactly was going on. Nobody knew. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the beginning of this. Some of you have seen it. I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I know you've seen it, but we're going to start and go back. I'm going to cover a few things, and you're going to see a side of me that I don't like to bring out, but it's a video that I did earlier on, and I'm going to replay it. Here we go. This one here is about Veronica.
If
Okay, here we go.
Oklahoma investigators are right, and Veronica Butler and Jillian Kelly really did meet up with foul play. Either the culprit knew exactly where to stash their bodies, or somebody ain't looking hard enough. The women set out from their home.
What? Somebody ain't looking hard enough? Well, that's what Rock said. Thank you, Ashley.
Town of Hugoton, Kansas, on their way to Eva, Oklahoma, to pick up Veronica's 2 kids. The women's car was found the same day in a rural Oklahoma county, and police say there was evidence in the car that makes them think that the women didn't disappear on their own. They are not elaborating. We know that Jillian is a pastor's wife and that she was there to support and maybe, I don't know, chaperone Veronica in a custody fight that she's having with her ex and her ex's family. He had been in prison on a gun possession beef, and though Wrangler was just released before the women went missing, he reportedly entered a court.
Now, we know we support Wrangler. We know he was in rehab. He had nothing to do with this. There's nothing showing that he had anything to do with this. But this is part of the clip. Again, Wrangler, if you see this, you know I love you, buddy. I'm going to play this clip one more time, too, because...
ordered rehab facility soon, if not immediately afterwards. If Oklahoma investigators are right, and Veronica Butler and Jillian Kelly really did meet up with foul play, either the culprit knew exactly where to stash their bodies, or somebody ain't looking hard enough. The women set out from their hometown of Hugoton, Kansas, on their way to Eva, Oklahoma, to pick up Veronica's 2 kids. The women's car was found the same day in a rural Oklahoma county, and police say there was evidence in the car that makes them think that the women didn't disappear on their own. They are not elaborating.
Okay, so there was that one. Then we're going to go to this
one. It's Hunter McKee, Hunter McKee, Public Information Manager, Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation. On Saturday, March 30th, the Texas County Sheriff's Office requested the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation to investigate the suspicious disappearance of 2 women. This was 27-year-old Veronica Butler and 39-year-old Jillian Kelly. Their vehicle was found abandoned. This was near Highway 95 and Road L, and this was just south of Elkhart, Kansas. This was on the very northern part of rural Texas County, just south of that Kansas line. As soon as the OSBI special agents were requested to assist with this case, our special agents, along with several other local law enforcement agencies in that area, all came together to try to track down where these 2 people went. As this investigation continued, our agents were able to determine that the abandoned vehicle that was found along that road had information that they were able to gather that showed signs that there was foul play. As of right now, what was found inside of the vehicle, the condition of the vehicle, is still under investigation right now. And in regards to our investigation, that information cannot be released. However, we can say that based on what they were able to obtain, that there was foul play. Right now, we are still looking for both women at this time, and there are no arrests. And again, we've received several tips on this case so far, but we're asking that the public in that area or anyone that has additional information or knows about the whereabouts of these 2 people to please reach out to the OSBI at tips@osbi.ok.gov. And you can also call us at 1-800-522-8017.
Do we think these 2 women are even alive?
We're not sure at this time. We're investigating this. We're investigating this as everything is on the table. Let
me say this. He just said they don't know if these 2 women were alive or are alive, but they didn't search. You had volunteer fire department that came and some ranchers, and I'm going to show you a bit of the search, what it entailed. They didn't search.
Hopeful that they are still alive, but we're going to do everything in our power to track these 2 people.
Hopeful they're still alive. They didn't bring in drones. They didn't bring anything. But over in Cimarron County, I'll show you another article. They brought in drones, Texas Rangers. They brought in everything. Everything.
down as quickly as we can.
There's a school district that has been on lockdown for days over this. Why?
That is the school district's decision. However, we understand that there are teachers and other people in the area that are very concerned, and we understand that they're doing what they can to keep their kids safe, as well as their teachers safe as well. That is not something that the OSBI necessarily had told them that they needed to do, but that was the school district's decision, and we understand that they're just trying to keep everyone as safe as possible.
Should Oklahomans be concerned about their well-being?
At this time, we do not believe that the public is in immediate danger. But again, we're trying to do everything that we can to talk to as many people in that area as we can. And because there is foul play involved in this case, we're doing what we can to identify possible suspects. And then if anything changes in regards to that, or if there's someone that we are specifically looking for, we will let the public know, and we will let them know if that changes. But as of right now, there are no suspects identified. And right now, we do not believe that the public is in immediate danger.
Any leads on suspect? How many people are we kind of looking at?
That is still under investigation right now.
The story is they were picking up children. What were they? Their children? Whose children were they?
We're still investigating that right now. We know that there was another law enforcement agency that had determined that that's where they were going. But right now, our agents are still investigating where their final destination was and where these women were exactly traveling to. We know they were traveling from Kansas. We know they were driving through Oklahoma, and their abandoned vehicle was found in Oklahoma. But where they were going is still under investigation right now.
What evidence led them to believe there's foul play?
Again, the information that was found inside of the vehicle or around the vehicle is something that we're not going to release at this time.
Are we any closer to finding the girls?
We are hopeful. Our agents and other law enforcement agencies in that area are working around the clock to do what they can to track these two people down and to find out what had occurred, why they went missing. I mean, all of that is still under investigation right now, but we're hopeful that we'll have more details coming.
We're saying these are mothers. Have you been able to speak to anyone's family? How are they feeling this evening?
There's a lot of individuals that our agents have been in contact with and have spoke to so far. That's family, that's friends, that's people that have been in contact with them up until the hours in missing. But right now we're not going into details of who we're exactly speaking to, but we're talking to as many people as we can to try to find out what had occurred.
And there's really limited information about who these women were. Is there any more that you could tell us? Two mothers, that's about it? Not
at this time. We know that these are two women who, unfortunately, because they are missing, because it's been since Saturday, since anyone has heard from them, and because we were able to obtain information to declare that there was foul play, this is extremely sad and extremely unfortunate. We're hopeful that we'll be able to find out what had happened very soon.
Any additional information you can give us at this time?
Not at this time. We, again, what we're going to try to do is based on what we're able to find. Well, what I can say is right now we will continue to update on any information that we deem is to release to the public on our social media platform. So again, we ask that people who want to follow this can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. So we will continue to put out updates. As of right now, there is nothing additional. But as soon as we have anything else, we will definitely let everyone know.
There was a Amber Alert over Easter weekend as well. Is this in connection to it at all?
No.
Okay. And how many missing people are right now in Texas County?
Right now in Texas County, we're looking for two women, two people. And again, I just want people to understand that the public, the citizens in that area have done a tremendous job of reaching out to us. They are concerned. They want these women found. They want as many answers as possible, and we understand that. But as we kind of continue to investigate this and find out what had exactly occurred, we just want to put it out there that we still need people, anybody else that knows anything, please reach out to us by phone, and you can also email us at tips@osbi.ok.gov. We're still receiving as many tips as we possibly can.
And I do want to ask one last question. I feel like I've seen so many endangered people.
As you see, he cut them off. Cut them right off. All right. Let's go to, I want to show you the search. When the women went missing, this was the day of, this was the search. I'm going to share this with you. All right.
Before the rest of the world basically did. Like how and why? And I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea.
How does one?
All right. So as you see, not much of a search. The way I understand it, I was not there that day. We'll get rid of that. The way I understand it, they went 1 mile in each direction, north, south, east, and west. That's the way I understand it. Now, if you guys remember, my TV shut off. If you remember, we had a couple of guys. Deb, you're going to love this because I'm going to play it. We had a couple of guys who claims that they got, I'm there, that they got crime scene photos the day of. There was blood pooling in the ditches. Listen, I didn't even see ditches there, okay? But there was blood pooling in the ditches. We're going to go over that. Let's just do that now. Let's do it now. Now, this is a video I did earlier on, but I feel the need to play it.
Fuck boy, city cry for fuck boy, ride or die for a fuck boy, waste time on a fuck boy, spend it down on a fuck boy, city cry for fuck boy, ride or die for a fuck boy. Fuck boy, look, I'm here by mine. I don't give a fuck what you hear about mine. I don't give a fuck what you hear about mine. I care about mine. Hey, fuck boy.
What's happening? How's everybody doing? Guess we got to deal with fuckboy again. It's pretty irrelevant. I'm not going to talk about him much, but anybody that has followed this case, if you don't have a problem with Norm and the dick sucker talking about crime scene photos the day of, then I don't even know why you're following the case, honestly. Because to me, that's a big red flag. He's just pissed off that he deleted it and I saved it. That's all he's got. Then he goes and changes his comments in his channel. It's very annoying. He's annoying. All the people that live around there probably didn't even know who the fuck he was until this case. So that's how relevant he is. Not. Going to give it a minute. Give some people to get time to get in here. To all the people out there that's just hanging out in the back, welcome. So it took 14 days to arrest 4 of the 5. Took 15 days to find the bodies. But there was crime scene photos shared the day of, March 30th, that they went missing. Seems they were passed around because in his comment section, They say there was all kinds of people out there taking photos. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Hello, hello. Listen while you work. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, 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 Robin. You want to play games? I'll play along. Either way, back to the Kansas moms. I don't regret anything. I don't regret anything. And that's the truth. I don't regret going there. I don't regret spending countless nights looking. None of it's a regret. As far as Dick Sucker, he don't pay my bills. He's really not relevant to me. But what is relevant to me is this case. I'm definitely vested in this case. There's not a lot to talk about until court starts, other than this bullshit, YouTube bullshit that's going on back and forth with him. I'm not the one that went on a live and said that I had crime scene photos from law enforcement from a friend of a friend and said that I was asked to describe them. Now, who on earth would have ever asked him to describe them on social media, Facebook anyway? I guess I'm curious with chat. What person in the right mind would have went live to discuss crime scene photos in detail? Here's some photos. Go to your Facebook Live and discuss exactly what you're seeing looking at these photos. It's very interesting. Seems like he wants to be relevant in so many different ways, and he's just not. Just not relevant. He grew up in Elkhart, moved away, moved back. As a matter of fact, at one point, his mom messaged me and said, "Hey, don't stress. Don't stress. He's not on his meds." I still have that. But he's going to get pissy with me. For one, he told me I could use his content. For two, he's going to get pissy because I went over his little statements and video that they said pertaining to these crime scene photos. I'm sure he wants it to just go away. The fact is, one or two things is going on here. Either he never saw crime scene photos, which I've said in the past, in that area, there's not a ditch. Here, a ditch goes down. It's on the side of the road. That's what water runs off to. On that particular area, there's not a ditch that goes up, but maybe in that area, a ditch is considered anything at the side of the road. It's very possible. Who knows? Very, very possible. They are the only ones that I had seen talking about these crime scene photos. But in his comment section, they said there was tons of people. Well, let's just look at the comment section. Let's do that. Let's just look at the comment section. We can do that. We'll look at the comment section. Because I'll be honest with you, I could give a rat's ass whether I have a YouTube channel or not. So if he thinks taking down my YouTube channel and giving me my life back is going to affect me, it's not. I mean, I care about you guys and everybody that follows the channel, but it's not a life or death situation with me. Oops. What did I do here? There we go. Deeper says, Derek, good for you standing up. The way she spoke yesterday was absolutely disgusting and terrible. Well, I'm glad you liked it. I don't see you saying a word about the crime scene photos. But anyway, next comment. Yes, there were definitely people at the crime scene that day taking pictures. She wasn't there, and she has no clue what went on that day. You're right. I wasn't there that day. Was not there that day. But I can't imagine. Not only that, it'd be interesting to know how law enforcement left that crime scene. Did they, if there was pools of blood, did they leave it with pools of blood on the side? Because I know here they'll cover it up. Just so crime like to interesting. His little damn red glasses. Something else. And honestly, he has maybe 8 people that pays attention to his lives. And then the others just chime in later. They're just haters of this channel because they're no longer on this channel. So I also posted something yesterday that was
April, Governor Stitt signed counterproductive to our
as far as
their own residents.
okay, do you think the photos was leaked at the very start of an investigation to mess up the case? Well, it definitely can mess up the case. Now, as far as any video that you and your wife might have taken coming back from Guyman, I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't see any of it because I wasn't watching the news. The first time I saw it, somebody sent it to me, and it was right after Carrie got there. So, but Dick Sucker seems to want to change his story a lot. Yeah. Why is that? My video was removed last night. Was it removed? Because I could give 2 fucks, honestly. I'll just keep playing it. Because unfortunately, it's on my phone, Gary. It's on my phone. I'm going to have it forever. It's going to forever be on my phone, and I'm going to forever talk about it. Keep removing it. Who cares? Who cares, Derek? Like, I could give 2 shits. As always, you found yourself to come here to be irrelevant for what? And what's removed? Let's see. You're talking out your ass again. Because for one, I talk to YouTube. So kudos. I talk to YouTube. And let's see here. There's nothing I can't fight back and get it put back up. So, with that said, let's see here. Everything's still here, okay? Let me show you something, dick sucker. because you feel like you need to know. Let me show you. You didn't get fucking shit removed. Okay? Not at all. Let's see here. There was a strike, and I still have it. It's in my studio. We received a copyright removal for your video. Based on applicable copyright law, removed your video from YouTube. And so I just send a counter. I'll submit the counter notification. But they already had that all before. And why? Why would you strike it? Got something to hide, don't you, Derek? You got something to hide? I think you do. I think you have something to hide. But it's still in my YouTube studio. I actually put it private, and I put another one private, just for the time being. They'll come back out. They'll come back out. So I'm glad that you've got so much time and you're really butthurt over this. That makes me feel good. I think it's funny. I think it's funny that you want to come over here. Raven, really? No, Derek's lives are not rent-free here, but they are here. They are here. Because it has to do with the case. It has to do with crime scene photos. Let's see here. If they're all right, Mama Lost Rhonda, have a good day. I'm gonna leave this up so you can go back and watch it. Was around the scene. That wouldn't be right either. Correct. Let me catch up with chat. Don't erase anything yet. If anything's gonna get erased, I'll get it. Unless it's really bad. If it's really bad, then yes, get rid of it. Let's see here. Let's see. Yes, listen, I don't care if the channel gets taken down. That's the thing. It's really not going to affect me. Okay, haha, you had a video removed last night because you played my wife's video. I don't even know what video you're talking about. Keep removing it. Don't give 2 fucks. Miss G says, I watched the video last night. Disgusting behavior, Derek. Well, either way, we all want the same goal, okay? And the goal is that anybody involved, not justified, are held accountable and prosecuted to the fullest extent. If one was to have such crime scene videos that came from law enforcement, you possibly, dick sucker, could get these people off. Because that's tampering with evidence. Crime scene photos would be evidence, and that is tampering with evidence. So with that said, OSBI should be tracking you down to get the photos that now you no longer have, you say. But again, you're the one. And he sent me photos later, and they were from a different crime scene. So I don't know. One that went on social media, you're the one that went there. Too many times. You must not follow a lot of true crime there, dick sucker. Because exactly what you and Norm did could be exactly what the defense uses. So It is what it is. Yes, his name is Derek. Yes. Welcome, Dark Horse, whoever you are. Listen, I'll play whatever I want. I'll do what I want. Again, could you give 2 fucks if I have a YouTube channel? How about that? Give 2 fucks. Okay, Raven. I know that your comment looks like it got removed, and that's fine. Agree with you for a rock. It does not speak well of you to be so vile. You yourself said how classless it is for a creator, and I use that term loosely with you. Well, Raven, I don't care what you think of me, and I'm in my channel, okay? Dick Sucker is in my channel. This is my channel. I'm not over there in his channel, in his comments, making any kind of remark. This is YouTube. Get the fuck out of YouTube, Raven, if you don't like it. That's how I feel about it, okay? These are my opinions. It's a YouTube channel. I have a right to my opinions. I don't rush over to Dick Sucker's channel and say anything in the comments. Why? Because he's not relevant to me. But what him and Norm said about the crime scene photos is relevant. Very relevant to me. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and skip to where they talk about the crime scene photos. I found it really important, and you guys got to listen here. Let's see here. And just so you know, these were mods that was in my channel. Derek and Norm are great creators with factual and constant content. Now, remind you, some of you that don't know, they got mad at me. They went to his channel. They become mods, and he named them the MILFs. M-I-F-S. Okay? M-I-L-F-S. Oh, my God. Anyway, they all left him. He has none now. Okay. Derek says, I think it's weird that you are obsessed with 2 women who died. Let it go. Okay, Derek. So, let me answer this. I think it's weird that you are obsessed with 2 women who died. Let it go. I can't let it go. I dropped my whole life to go down there and look for 2 live women. Dick Sucker. And I'm not going to let it go. I am following this all the way to the dead end until everybody is charged. And, you know, who knows? Maybe you'll get charged. How about that? Yeah, how about that? Her, which is my name. Oh, here we go. Maybe you need to get off the internet because you're not the smartest person in the world. Let's see here. All 5 suspects are in jail. Yeah, and there's still other people that's still out there running. Paula, which is my name. Paula, ranting about her pot-induced theories. Okay, for one, pot-induced theories. I can't even remember the last time I smoked my medical marijuana, which I have a medical card for. 2, never have I even did gummies or anything and did a lie. So that'll throw your theory right out the window. Well, if you don't care, nobody cares. Why are you here? Are you serious? Raven named them the MILFs. Oh my gosh. Okay. I thought Derek did. Anyway, he came in and said, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Okay, well, Derek, nobody cares. Let's get to the crime scene photos that they talk about. We'll just go there. There was a lot of going back and forth here. What did I do here? Trying to get something. Raven is a MILF dick sucker. That's funny. Okay, let's see here. Let me stop it and come back. It froze up. It froze up on me. Hold on. I'm going to bring it back. I will bring it back. It's just going to take me a second. I don't understand why it froze up. But we'll get it back. Oh, content. Okay. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. I really want you to hear this. It's very important. Now, mind you, the day the two went missing, these two said they had crime scene photos. It's like, really? Crime scene photos. We all know that I'm not very good at editing things. I don't even know how to edit them. So you get it the way I do it. Let me see here. I had to go all the way back into the studio to pull it. We will bring it up shortly. So much with this case. This case is far from over. Now they're talking about May of 2026 before any trials. Wow. Just crazy. This was quite a while back, so it's taking me a minute to go through all of these. What's this? I think it was this one. What is this one? Oh. Let's see. Pretty sure it was this one. Let me get there. Okay. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh, hold on. It's not sharing, is it? I got you. Just ignore the dick sucker. And that's not a homophobic thing. You're just a dick sucker. And you're a fuck boy. That's what I think. Definitely a fuck boy. Let's see here. You got so many people that's in this chat. That's from Elkhart. That's from Keys. That's from Boise City. That's from Ulysses. Let's see. That's from Guyman. And they don't even know who the fuck you are other than a dick sucker. That's what you are. A dick sucker. Raven, go over to Derek's channel. He needs all the views he can get. You're right, because I am going to keep covering the fact. I even sent it to News Nation. I sent it to Dan. I even sent that video clip to Dan at News Nation. Because, you know, he was out there with me the second day. We had been talking the whole trip down there, the whole trip I was making. So he, there's a reason why News Nation was there. You're welcome. You're welcome. But I sent where you said you had crime scene photos, because if anybody remembers, Dan and Brooke was with me the whole time. Okay, let's get to the crime scene photos. Was their law enforcement friend with the five? Was the law enforcement friend part of this? Because you're right. Of course, said that Tiffany made her get a shovel. Now, I will say the two spots that I saw were covered with It looked like kitty litter, but whatever. Oil covering, whatever it's called, that you buy at O'Reilly's. Okay, let's get to
Not
where
gonna
be mean to you. And don't pay taxes. You know why it matters? Because it's a hell of a defense for said. He's the real. I'm not turning my camera on. I don't. He's the one that said he heard it himself. Okay, here's great. I'm getting to it. Let's see here.
They're deceased. Okay. For a couple of women who they thought were missing. And for one,
Yep.
for a couple of women who they thought were missing. And for one reason or another, probably because they didn't really came out here. Yeah. People came out here to look for a couple of women who they thought were missing. And for one reason or another, probably because they didn't really feel like they could, law enforcement didn't communicate to them probably that we're not looking for this women because we know that they're deceased. Okay. I'm going to tell you, and this is one of those things that I've never said, and I don't know whether I should or not, but I'm going to. Derek was coming home from Guyman, and he shot a lot of the first video of what was going on out there, and he didn't know what was going on. But Derek being Derek, he started to check out what was going on, and people tell him things. And so
Derek still don't know what's going on. He don't know his head from his ass.
Pretty quickly, he knew what was going on. And so, kind of the same way with me. People tell me things, and people send me stuff. And so I knew by that afternoon that as far as law.
Okay, so Derek says, I said way more in the Facebook post. So, Big Mikey, I was boots on the ground looking. They did not know that they were deceased. But Derek says they had crime scene photos. Now this teacher that's with him, he's obviously a crime scene expert. He's going to tell you about it. Well, I don't follow you. He was shown the photos by me. Well, of course he was shown the photos by you. Big deal. Sounds like you showed them to everybody. What concern did you have for Jillian or Veronica when you're out showing crime scene photos to everybody and their dog? It sounds like you didn't care about the family, did you? No. You went and shared it.
Enforcement was concerned that these women were deceased. And that's why there was no search for them. I believe law enforcement also had a pretty good idea where their bodies were at the end of the first day. And I had
knew where the bodies were at the end of the first day, and it took them 14 days to recover the bodies? Are you kidding me?
Seen crime scene photos that I probably shouldn't have seen. And even though I've heard some people describe small puddles of blood, the puddles of blood that I saw in the crime scene photos were, in my opinion, and I've had some experience with this, were not survivable amounts of blood loss. I mean, I saw blood.
You're a teacher, okay? And you're talking about what's survivable and what's not? Okay.
Pooled on the surface of the road and then running down into the ditch and secondary pools. And
shown the photos by you. Big deal. Sounds like you showed them to everybody. What concern did you have for Jillian or Veronica when you're out showing crime scene photos to everybody and their dog? It sounds like you didn't care about the family, did you? No. You went and shared it.
Enforcement was concerned that these women were deceased. And that's why there was no search for them. I believe law enforcement also had a pretty good idea where their bodies were at the end of the first day. And I had seen crime scene photos that I probably shouldn't have seen. And even though I've heard some people describe small puddles of blood, the puddles of blood that I saw in the crime scene photos were, in my opinion, and I've had some experience with this, were not survivable amounts of blood loss. I mean, I saw blood pooled on the surface of the road and then running down into the ditch and secondary pools in the ditch. And that's, a lot of people don't realize this, but your body doesn't contain as much blood as you think it does. And any blood loss over about 3 pints is likely not or can be fatal. And by the time you get to 4 or 5 points, it's almost certainly fatal. Okay. And so, like I said, one of the reasons why there wasn't a search going on, and I know it was frustrating for a lot of people and they didn't understand it. And so I God bless those people who came out here to look. But I think one of the reasons why there wasn't a search going on was because, and it hasn't been stated by law enforcement, but law enforcement pretty much knew that these 2 women were deceased. And they had a pretty good idea of who did it. I mean, I had people tell me by that evening who they thought had done it.
Also, I want to say while I'm here, Derek says right here, and I made sure I've saved it, so it's on the screen. He did it for money. Him and his wife did it for money. He sold the photos. His video from Guyman of what, maybe 7 4-wheelers and some reserve firefighters out walking the field. He sold that. So he did it for money. That's why he did it. It's for money. So he's taken the tragedy of these 2 women to make money. And this right here, I didn't share the names. I didn't share any of that. But that shows how smart you are. The essays, it was substantiated. It did happen. And you can thank good old Katie, the aunt. She's the one who shared it with everybody. That's all. Let's finish.
And as it turns out, they were.
Just move over. There they are.
Exactly. And so, it, and let's face it, it didn't take long to put 2 and 2 together. Once you knew who the victims were, all of those court documents of the custody battle were out there. All right. Everybody knew these people knew that there had been a custody battle. You think Veronica and Jillian's families that came out here looking for them, that's who found that car. You think they didn't know who to point the finger at almost immediately? Of course they did.
Yeah, it took 14 days to get them bodies.
And that's what makes this so sad and so devastating in so many ways. Okay? Their families came out here looking for them because they didn't show back up. And their families found that vehicle. And their families found those pools of blood. And they're the ones that called the police. And that's what happened. And they knew who to point the fingers at. Okay? And that's one of the things that I think gets lost in this is, we look at it, and I try to do it because I think it's the best way to do it. We try to look at it in an impersonal and just facts kind of way.
The best way to do it? You guys did it the best way to do it? You posted it on Facebook Live? Then you're talking about it in detail? About what you saw? And that's the best way to do it? Are you kidding me? Get out of here.
But the truth is, this was a devastating thing. It was a devastating thing for those families who
if you look at the screen, he comes on here and says, "You sure it wasn't Fox News who asked for the rights to sell my wife's video to the news outlet?" Okay.
had to come out and find the car and very likely find the murder sites of their loved ones, and who had to call the police themselves, and who knew in all likelihood who had done it. And so that's that to me is the worst aspect of this whole thing. And I've never talked about it before, and it's one of those things I've tried to avoid talking about, but there it is. Well, to me, I think it's so. To me, the reason same for that same first day. Yeah, you and me kind of we knew a lot of the same stuff. So why didn't you say anything on day one? Because we knew all the we didn't know all that, but we had an idea that it was this group. Two of the people on the screen were definitely mentioned on day one. Right. I had seen crime scene photos. I processed. Yep. Why? And the only thing I did was at the behest of somebody who claimed to be involved in law enforcement, got a hold of a friend, and they sent me, said, hey, they asked you, do not show these, but describe them. And so I went and described them on Facebook and asked for prayers. I think somebody gave me shit within like 10 minutes, and I took it all out. Yeah, like I took it all. Like, why didn't you? Wow, and is that even integrity? Is it, or is it more? Well, decency? I've never talked about it before now because my input was not required. It's not a necessary part of this, right? It doesn't matter that I knew that stuff, you know.
It does matter.
And so I never talked about it because
you knew the day that it happened, and you had pools of blood and all this, and it didn't matter that you knew this stuff. I beg to differ. And then you do a live. Do you think the defense attorneys don't watch your lives? Well, probably not. You got all of like 8 people, so probably not.
My impression of things is not what's important. And so, you know, that's why I've never talked about it.
You're right. Your opinion of things is not what's important. But seeing crime scene photos the day of, saying Ellie knew where they were buried, but it took them 15 days to get them out to recover the bodies. Really? This is such a mess. You're a mess.
Yes, that, and I always figure that if people tell me stuff and send me stuff, that, you know, I have a little bit of an obligation to kind of keep that confidential too. So, yeah, I'll never reveal my sources unless it's like, you know.
Food? Yeah, you look like you haven't missed a meal, honestly. Just saying. I don't think you've missed a meal ever. Let's see here. Yes. Sorry. Interesting. That was Dan asking me when I... Yeah, I have nothing asking for a removal request because I'm looking at it right now. I was muted. I pulled another article. So if you just came in, Beach Baby, Nona, there was a body found on Monday in Cimarron County. It was a missing person out of Missouri. Okay, here we go. Let's skip this ad. Let me make sure it is sharing. It is sharing. Okay.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Let's get to our top story tonight at 10. Authorities say the body was discovered near one of the mesas. Over 50 responders searched the area using horses, drones, and ATVs. The abandoned vehicle was traced to a missing person out of Missouri. Officials say it's believed the individual had...
Did you hear that shit? They had drones, but they didn't have drones to look for the women.
Had been there for weeks. That investigation continues.
Okay.
A search and rescue mission in Cimarron.
I want to read it. I wanted to read the article to you. That's a little bit more in the article. Boise City, Oklahoma. Cimarron County Emergency Management announced that a coordinated search and rescue mission in Cimarron County ended Monday with the recovery of a dead individual tied to a missing person case in Missouri. The search began early Monday morning after deputies from the Cimarron County Sheriff office discovered an abandoned vehicle on private property near the Colorado border. The vehicle was later linked to a missing person report out of Texas County, Missouri. More than 50 plus responders from Cimarron, Texas, Beaver counties, along with Oklahoma game wardens and emergency management teams, mobilized for operation. Teams utilized horses, drones, UTVs, and ATVs to help navigate the rugged, messy terrain. According to Cimarron County officials, at 11:55 a.m., a ground team located the body near the top of one of the mesas. Authorities believe the individual had been dead for several weeks without being noticed. Officials said the body has been transported to the Oklahoma Medical Examiner's Office in Oklahoma City for official identification and to determine the cause of death. This large of a search in the rough terrain could not have been successful without cooperation and experience from all the area departments and responders involved. Sheriff Mark Swinton said in a statement. The Cimarron County Sheriff's Office detailed that the investigation remains ongoing in collaboration with Texas County Sheriff's Department. So, it don't say how old the body is, nothing like that. Don't have any of that about it. And let's see here. Looks like MSN did a report on it too. This is ABC, but we'll see what this other one says too, just to see. But it says a body found in Mesa Cimarron County is believed to be a person reported missing in Missouri. Sunday night, a landowner found abandoned vehicle on his property. This vehicle was linked to a missing persons case in Texas County, Colorado. It looks like it's the same thing. That's not a very long thing. Looks like Rick's home. Okay, back to you guys. Anyway, my point is, if they knew where the bodies were so long the first day, for one, why didn't they go recover them? And I played you the news conference on purpose. They said they didn't know whether they were alive or not, but Dick Sucker and his buddy are telling you that the police knew right off the get-go. They knew who did it, where the bodies were, but it took them 14, 15 days to recover the bodies? I don't think so. No, I don't think I've ever heard that recording before of those two, but I also simply avoid them and their channel. Yeah, I played it a long time ago. Actually, I played it after he striked my channel. If you guys remember, he didn't have very many people watching him, and he was in our live, and he had some people that had been at the courthouse, and he said, you can share anything of mine. Well, we closed our live, and we all went to his channel to give him views, and he still gave me 4 strikes in one day. Well, guess what, sucker? My channel's still here. But to threaten me with my channel and striking me? Man, really? I mean, I love the people that's here. You guys have been very loyal. Y'all are very concerned. You want to see this case through. But nobody's going to threaten me. And it really, really bothers me that did somebody give them crime scene photos? You know what I mean? What if somebody really did give them crime scene photos? It makes no sense to me at all. Anyway, I wanted to tell you about the body in Cimarron and all the resources they brought for that. Well, hell, we had horses, but I had to bring them. Remember, I brought my 2 friends with their horses. Listen, I came to look for 2 women. I thought I was coming to help. I thought they would have a command center, and I came to help. And guess what? I ended up being the command center. Ended up being who was looking for the women. This makes me really sad how nobody looked for them. It's the dick sucking channel. It's the Dick Sucking channel. And listen, he goes on live. He says my first name. Listen, I don't even care. He can do whatever he wants. He can do whatever he wants. He's not going to shake me up. That's how I feel about it. Is there anything else to talk about? Do you guys have anything to talk about? Because I'm done talking about the red-headed dick sucker. Thank you. Yep, I remember your horse and friends. Yes, absolutely. Slept in my car. I mean, I don't regret any of that. Not at all. If I had it to do over again, even with all the drama and all the stress that came with all that, and the gun being pulled on me, y'all saw it. With all of that, I would still do it all over again. I don't regret any of it. Don't regret any of it. Many people, if you're from that area, you can vouch for it. So many times things have been swept under the rug. So, you know, people complain because Rock says what she thinks and Rock says the truth. But then when I'm not live for a few days, they're the same people over there on the other side that's complaining that Rock's not keeping it in the news. You know, you can't have your cake and eat it too. I do the best I can. Not only slept in your car, but showing us the area, etc. Yes, absolutely. You guys went with me the whole time. And we all know I wasn't a pro videoer, you know, not a pro YouTuber either. It was all raw footage and you got to see exactly what I was seeing. Tell us about those babies and the granddaughter. Does she love them now? Well, she poured cold water on Walker. So those of you that's tuning in, I got miracle babies, twins, my daughter, my grandbabies, identical boys. One was born at 3 pounds. Maybe it's 2 something. I can't even think. And the other one at 6 pounds. They were said that they was going to be in the hospital 6 to 8 weeks. They're both doing good. They're both at home, doing great. Mama's doing good. 5-year-old sister, she's got adjustments to make. She's doing much better. And while we're on that subject, Beach Baby and Leroy also, while I was in the Panhandle, they had twin granddaughters born. Yes, my daughter, while I was in the Panhandle, she sent me pictures last week and said, "Oh my gosh, your granddaughter just poured cold water on Walker." And he was screaming. She sent it to me. And then later on, she sent me a picture and says, he forgave her. She's being kind of ornery. But yes, Beach Baby has twin babies too. I was telling my daughter, you know, you never know. You got twin baby girl grandbabies, and I got twin baby boy grandbabies. Maybe someday they'll meet when they're way older. So yeah, Beach Baby, you know, Beach Baby and Leroy is so sweet. I told them, why didn't you tell me when I was live that you had these babies? And they did not want to say, ruin my thunder with my grandbabies. But let me tell you what, I am the type, I want to hear all about you guys' stuff. I'm so happy for each and every one of you on the good stuff. You won't ever see me jealous. You won't ever see me upset. When it comes to talking about your stuff, I want to enjoy it with you. How are the negotiations for those arranged marriages? That's going to be a long time from now. Long time from now. Deb C, I know, listen, I know Deb C was waiting for me to go back over them talking about them crime scene videos. I know you were, hon. I know you were. How stupid was it for Dick Sucker to put crime scene photos only to get backlash over it? Then stupid ass sucker puts it in a YouTube for more backlash. Can't get more stupid than that. You are right. And as you guys see, I recorded it. So I'm going to have it forever on my phone. And I will probably just keep bringing it up. Just keep bringing it up. Because I think it's very important that the OSBI, they should probably talk to both of them men that's saying that OSBI knew the day where the ladies were, who did it. Last I knew, they hadn't got talked to. Find it very, very disturbing. Big Mikey says, Beach Baby, that's cool. Yes, absolutely cool. Beach Baby and Leroy made me some biscuits and gravy while I was there. We went and did some cruising around. It's a really good time. Stupid always is stupid does. Yes, I agree. Does stupid. I get it. I get it. But I mean, if that was your family members and you know that Rock's out there looking for them, you come out there, talk to Rock. A couple times you went and looked for them too, your own family members. And you got somebody on Facebook Live and YouTube Live talking about crime scene photos and how the police knew exactly where they were. What? If they waited all the listen, don't you guys think if the police knew where they were buried 10 feet under in a freezer? Now, don't you think that if the police department, any Ellie, knew where they were at, they would have went and dug them up? They wouldn't have waited 14, 15 days and wouldn't have waited 13 days to arrest 4 of the 5. That's another thing I want to bring up. So we know that Paul Grice was the 5th one arrested. I can't get this out of my head either. They met him at the Four Corners. He confessed to the murders. And OSBI told him to go home because they didn't have a warrant to arrest him. In what state does that ever happen in? That happened in the Panhandle. He admitted to unaliving these women and knowing all about it. And OSBI told him to go home. And when they got a arrest warrant, they'd call him and he could come in. And lucky for them, they got their arrest warrant. They called him and he came in. But that don't happen that way. You're going to tell me there wasn't a judge available to sign an arrest warrant? Crazy. Let's see here. Biscuits and gravy. I love it. Oh, hold on. I skipped over Nona. She said something here. My 3-year-old grandson has been very nonverbal. It was concerning. He has suddenly started speaking and trying very hard to communicate. Praise the Lord. The tornado is talking. That is awesome. You know, a friend of mine, he's got a young child. Well, he's 9 now. But all the way up till he was fixing to go to kindergarten, he would just flap his arms and not talk. And I would tell Kyle, you need to get him checked out because something's not right. And anyway, they worked really well with him. The school did. And now the kid talks a lot. So I'm really proud of your tornado. Jane says that's brilliant. Yes, it is. Lollipop says, congratulations, Beach Baby and twin grandbabies. Yes, absolutely. Big Mikey, I love biscuits and gravy. Yeah, it was really good. It's really good. Let's see. Nona says, I cannot do biscuits and gravy at all. Gross. I cannot even sit next to someone who orders that. White gravy. Oh, hell no. Oh, white gravy is my favorite. You are un-American. Un-American. That's okay. Rick does not like mac and cheese either. Jane says, biscuits in UK are sweet. No gravy. Oh, she don't like gravy either. All right. Black Opal says, congratulations, Beach Baby. Also, Black Opal, I did go ahead and give you a wrench, love. And anytime you want to share your channel, I don't know when you guys are going to get it up and going, but you can always share that channel anytime you want. You do have a wrench to share it. Lollipop says, I have 10-year-old granddaughters in Texas. They have been very fun watching them grow up. Are they identical, Lollipop? I'm just curious. I bet they are fun growing up, though. This is the second set of twins. The first set of twins was with my youngest daughter. She had a boy and a girl. And then these are identical twins. Beach Baby's still here and says, thanks, Lollipop. Beach Baby, it looks like I am going to be in the Panhandle. Going to try to come hopefully a week early. Next court is on 7:30. Christopher will have his phone back, hopefully. Like I was telling y'all, somebody gave him a phone. It was a government phone. He was using it. And the gentleman that gave it to him freaked out and wanted it back. So last I talked to Christopher, he was getting with Lifeline and having them send him another phone. So he'll be back. He'll be back.
Someone is detected at your front door.
Rick is going in and out the door. I don't know why, but anyway. Gravy is another name for spaghetti sauce in my world. But meat gravy is brown gravy, or it's wrong. Just me. I do not like brown gravy, but Rick loves brown gravy. I don't know what biscuits and gravy actually is. Like Jane, biscuits here are sweet. Well, let's see here. Let's see if I can pull up some biscuits for you. Let me pull up biscuits and gravy. Show you what it is. Man, it's so good. Biscuits and gravy is so good. And then we're going to get out of here. Okay, here we go. Yes, my daughter likes chocolate gravy. I do not like chocolate gravy, but my daughter loves chocolate gravy. Okay, here we go. This is what biscuits and gravy is. Someone needs to check it if you can't. Every time he goes in and out that door, it shuts off my TV, and you guys have to hear it. Okay, can you see the biscuits and gravy? Let me click on one. This looks so that you can see more of the biscuits. There you go. And there's a recipe, so you can know how to fix it. There you go. Oh no, you're closing your eyes. Oh, it's not gonna make you sick from seeing it, right? Or is it? Closing your eyes. Let me get it off of there for you. Okay, Jane says that's not a biscuit, it's a scone. Oh, what the hell's a scone? Listen, I'm gonna have to start checking into your guys' stuff over there, so I know what's a scone. I'm gonna look at that. What's a scone? Yeah, I guess that's what it looks like. I think that looks right. Let's see here. What's a scone? There we go. Okay, there we go. Yeah, but does yours got like chocolate in it, or maybe raisins or something? A scone is a traditional British and Irish baked good popular in the United Kingdom and Ireland. It is usually made of either wheat flour or oatmeal with baking powder as a leavening agent and baked. You know what my biscuits are made out of? Pillsbury Grand. That's the brand. Straight out of a can. That's what I use. Straight out of a can. I have no shame in my game. No shame in my game. There's plenty of people that make them from scratch. Not me. I get them out of a can. All right, guys. Much love to each of you. I'm going to get off here. Sorry for the rant. But I did want to go over the crime scene photos. Lollipops, or Big Mike says, Big Mikey, lollipop on board with biscuits and gravy. Yeah, I love biscuits and gravy. Jane says, cookies. Our biscuits are cookies. Oh, cookies. Wow. Interesting. I love hearing different things from around the world. Silver Mama says UK biscuits are our cookies. There you go. You and Jane might be from the same area over there. Love having you guys here. Love hearing about your culture and your different things. Absolutely. Nona says, what a waste of a perfectly good grand biscuit. So you just don't like the gravy. I get it. I get it. I love it. Deb C says, thanks. I'm making sausage gravy over fried potatoes. Ooh, I like me some fried potatoes too. I'll tell you what Rick's doing. He's getting trash ready. Tomorrow is trash day. And every time he goes outside, you know, the bitch in the box over here, she's got a screen, and so does my TV, and it brings up the camera. So, yes, yum. Yum, yum. All righty. We're going to play a couple of songs that we made. This one was one I made, and then we're going to play the ones Bianca made, and then we're going to get out of here. So.
Lockjaw family rising up like a storm. Oklahoma, Kansas roots been reborn. Texas fires burned under California skies. OHIO screaming into the night.
and Wesson, locked, loaded, they gleam. German Shepherd pups chasing down their dreams. Fire it up from the plains to the hills. Kansas hearts beat wild, unchained by their wills. Smith and Wesson, locked, loaded, they gleam. German Shepherd pups chasing down their dreams. Fire it up from the plains to the hills. Kansas hearts beat wild, unchained by their wills. Devin seat back, I got money, could they cry? Mama lost, holds her head in the sky. Mother Valley 420 battled away. Jezebel witch won't be silenced today. Bitter winds howl on the edge of the plains. Dust and struggle carve lives in their veins. Legends whispered in the fields they blaze. Ignite the night, set the world in a craze. Lost and found in the shadow of fight. Family names tattooed in the heart's light. Steel strings screaming under crimson skies. Feed the fire, don't let it die. Unleash the howl of the wolves at their backs. Spread the call through the winds and the cracks. Unity forged through the ash and the flame. Rock Chalk family, forever the name. Devin seat back, I got money, could they cry? Mama lost, holds her head in the sky. Mother Valley 420 battled her way. Kansas hearts beat wild, unchained by their way. Devin seat back, I got money, could they cry? Mama lost, holds her head in the sky. In the sky. Mother Valley 420 battled her way. Jezebel witch won't be silenced today.
All right. So, congratulations to Leroy and Beach Baby on their twin granddaughters. Newborn babies. Love them. Again, I hope everybody has a good night. We are going to go back over Kevin McIntyre. We're going to go back through the grand jury indictment. We're going to go through all of that again because I feel like I want to, because obviously he's still a law enforcement officer there. And in what world do you get caught stealing money and you get grand jury indicted, you fake a burglary, you just move to another part of the state and get the same job? So we are going to go back over that again. I'm going to go back to them lives, redo another live, and we're going to keep covering it until the governor pays attention, because that guy shouldn't be LA down there. No way, no how. Again, have a great evening. Let's see here. Leroy, your name's in this song. Yeah. Kevin McIntyre is a crooked cop. That's my opinion. And listen, I got some documentation to back it up. We got documentation to back it up, and we're going to go back over it. And whatever else I've dug up, because I've dug up a few things. So I'm going to add to some of that.
Let me tell you about a crew that's cooler than cool. We got the Rock Chalk family breaking every rule. Deb's typing so fast, smoke's coming from the keys. She's got emails done before you've even said please. Noah's out of pulling, dodging winds on the lane. A tornado's chasing, but she's like, not today. Mike is crooning Jolene, giving Dolly a run. Christopher's like, y'all, Bible study's more fun. Beach babies out there building castles in the sand. Lavender's so sweet, she's got bees holding hands. Chaos, the party never ends. We got love, we've got jokes, we've got weird best friends. Every day's a circus, and we wouldn't change a thing. Rock Chalk family, we're the Chaos Kings. Ostrich hit the spotlight, now she's signing autographs. Bianca's got tunes that'll make you bust a laugh. Jezebel's on a broomstick, Starbucks in hand. She says, living the dream, honey, that was my plan. Holly K's so stunned, she breaks cameras with a glow. Leroy's just vibing like go with the flow. American Honey's cracking jokes at full throttle. Tiny Todd solving puzzles while sipping from a rock chalk chaos. The party never ends. We got love, we've got jokes, we've got weird best friends. Every day's a circus, and we wouldn't change a thing. Rock Chalk family with the Chaos Kings. Girly girls here spreading love by the mile. She's got strangers turning hearts with just a smile. Meanwhile, the crew's got shenanigans on lock. Who needs a calm life when you got Rock Chalk? To the wildest team around. We got storm sweet tunes and a love that's profound. If you think your fam was cool, you better just walk, cause nobody beats the wild wacky Rock Chalk. Rock Chalk forever. Rock Chalk forever.
No, you want me to play it again? Leroy, did you hear your name? And yes, I'll get you that copy. Did you guys hear your name? Listen, we're going to do another one. We got to make sure we get everybody in there. Absolutely get everybody in there. We'll play it again, Nona, so you can see what it said about you. Leroy, I think it said you're cool. Laid back and cool. Let's do it.
Let me tell you about a crew that's cooler than cool. We got the Rock Chalk family breaking every rule. Deb's typing so fast, smoke's coming from the keys. She's got emails done before you've even said please. Noah's out pulling dodging wings on the lane. A tornado's chasing, but she's like, not today. Micah's crooning Jolene, giving Dolly a run. Christopher's like, y'all, Bible study's more fun. Beach babies out there building castles in the sand. Lavender's so sweet, she's got bees holding hands. Rock Chalk chaos, the party never ends. We got love, we've got jokes, we've got weird best friends. Every day's a circus, and we wouldn't change a thing. Rock Chalk family with the Chaos Kings. Ostrich hit the spotlight, now she's signing autographs. Bianca's got tunes that'll make you bust a laugh. Jezebel's on a broomstick, Starbucks in hand. She says, living the dream, honey, that was my plan. Holly K's so stunned, she breaks cameras with a glow. Leroy's just vibing like go with the flow. American Honey's cracking jokes at full throttle. Tiny Todd solving puzzles while sipping from a Rock Chalk chaos. The party never ends. We got love, we've got jokes, we've got weird best friends. Every day's a circus, and we wouldn't change a thing. Rock Chalk family with the Chaos Kings. Girly girls here spreading love by the mile. She's got strangers turning hearts with just a smile. Meanwhile, the crew's got shenanigans on lock. Who needs a calm life when you got Rock Chalk? To the wildest team around. We got storm sweet tunes and a love that's profound. If you think your fam was cool, you better just walk, cause nobody beats the wild wacky Rock Chalk. Rock Chalk forever. Rock Chalk forever.
Thanks for coming in, Weird Bob. Also, guys, make sure you go check out Strange Suspicion. She's family here too. And Weird Bob. We love them. I tagged most of you are members over there. You sub, but I did tag Strange Suspicion. Let's see. Leroy says, thanks. I'm getting tired of the fucking corruption. Pretty sure KM knows who I am. I don't give a fuck. Yes, I did. Well, we know he knows who I am. And listen, that's one thing I found out in the Panhandle. That absolutely so many people is tired of things getting swept under the rug. We're not going to let that happen anymore. We are not going to let it happen anymore. Jane says hi to Bob. Say hi to Pia. Let's see here. Yes, Bianca is a creative soul. We love her. There is Strange Suspicion. Nona's out. Tornadoes coming, she says. Not today. What's the rest of it, Bianca? Do you know? Is it about bowling? Listen, Bianca's going to be working on some more lyrics. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Oh, thank you so much, Black Opal. Oh, Bianca, that would be great. But even without my name in it, the FAFO song is #1. As a matter of fact, we're going to end with that song. Much love to y'all. I'm going to try to go live more, you know. Rock, we'll give you the backstory on Leroy someday. I'd love to hear it. I'm going to be down there probably the week before July 30th. So I plan to hang out with you again. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see here. We are going to end the stream and we are going to set this to play another song. Your favorite. Fuck around and find out. We like that song.
Well, her name's Rock Chalk. She's the talk of the town. With her German Shepherd duo always sniffing around. Smith and Wesson by her side, they ain't just for show. They're the muscle when she's hustling, solving crime on the go. She's got her boots in the dirt, she's cracking the case. A true crime queen with a smirk on her face. Loves her country rap bumping, got that twang and that beat. You mess around with her, you're in for a treat. Oh, F-A-F-O, better watch your step. Rock Chalk's on the scene, she'll clean up your mess. With her dogs and her charm, she'll track you down slow. Oh, F-A-F-O, yeah, you reap what you sow. She's got a badge and a sassy attitude to boot. Kicks down doors like she's in hot pursuit. Smith and Wesson bark, don't you dare run. She's the queen of the scene, yeah, she gets it done. Country rap on the radio, she's cruising the street. From the city to the sticks, she's the one to meet. Her motto's real simple, don't try no bluff. Mess around all you want, but you'll find out quick enough. Whoa, F-A-F-O, better watch your step. Rock Chalk's on the scene, she'll clean up your mess. With her dogs and her charm, she'll track you down slow. Oh, F-A-F-O, yeah, you reap what you sow. She's got cowboy boots and a badge of steel. With a heart of gold and nerves unreal. You thought you could hide, but she's always in the know. Now you're caught, son, F-A-F-O. So here's the Rock Chalk and her Shepherd crew. Smith and Wesson got her back and they're coming for you. Country rap in her veins, she's the queen of the scene. F-A-F-O is her motto, and she's living the dream. Rock Chalk out. Hey! She's got cowboy boots and a badge of steel. With a heart of gold and nerves unreal. You thought you could hide, but she's always in the know. Now you're caught, son, F-A-F-O. So here's the Rock Chalk and her Shepherd crew. Smith and Wesson got it back and they're coming for you.